Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. Welcome back for another message. This is the Serg Show. This is Sergine. Welcome back. Take a seat. So today's message, we're going to be talking about transactional love versus unconditional love. And this is something I found out growing up, realizing how behaviors are implemented through human interaction, because I was always programmed as an unconditional love person. I had to learn to, of course, place boundaries on that, because of course you can't allow just anyone to benefit from that type of character that you may have. But a lot of people are transactional in their interactions with others, and unfortunately that is how the world has been, because of ego, fear, all of the above, of course. Excuse the background. So I'm trying to channel sacred rage, but anyways, the point is, when I had to learn about not sacred rage woo, because I'm annoyed about the background, can you tell? Okay, when I had to learn about transactional versus unconditional love, I had to realize that it is something that people do to protect themselves. They always feel the need to have something out of the interaction that they encounter with you, because they feel like that is the way to control the narrative and to have the power in the situation. But for me, I feel like if you are naturally an unconditional love type of person, you give love and you accept people for who they are, and you automatically just love them for who they are, but you don't expect nothing out of the interaction or the connection. And I think that is usually how I have always operated, but I had to learn to not let that part of me get taken advantage of, because obviously there are transactional people out there. But transactional, of course, is not something I am naturally like, but I know that there are some cases where you have to allow people to show themselves or prove themselves to you. But in the grand scheme of things, you should naturally have unconditional love for the person that you feel is necessarily in your life because of a purpose and a value that they bring to you. And the value could just be them being themselves. And I think that transactional love can take away from the beauty of actually getting to know people just for who they are without expecting anything out of them. But unconditional love is something that I'm always going to carry, because I don't want my future generation to naturally expect things from others. I want them to just automatically care and love others, but of course have boundaries implemented so they don't ever get taken advantage of as well. But hopefully this message was able to give you some type of understanding of how I view transaction versus unconditional, because I think that it is not something that's often talked about. It is the generation that we're in, where people like to get something out of something instead of just experiencing the human for who they are. And in some cases, not everyone deserves that, of course, but for the most part, the human soul should be loved unconditionally. But yeah, so I hope you were able to enjoy this message, and I will be back, of course, for another one. And I am so thankful that you're back listening and subscribing and commenting your thoughts on what you think. And I hope to see you again, and I love you. Bye.